Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. I'm going to play an audio clip for you of Meghan Markle's dad basically accusing her of destroying the royal family. And as I listened to this interview, it really sounds like he has just thrown her under the bus in such a major way. He doesn't speak as someone who is her dad. He speaks almost as if he is an enemy. But anyway, the talk, the language against his daughter is just appalling. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to play this audio, and then I will be right back.
With Meghan and Harry and what separating from the royals, I think I've already said it's just disappointing to me, and it's disappointing because she actually got every girl's dream. Every young girl wanted to become a princess, and she got that, and now she's tossing that away for, it looks like she's tossing it away for money. Apparently $3 million in a 26-bedroom home isn't enough for them. I don't know. I can't answer. I can't go much further than that. It's kind of embarrassing to me. When they got married, they took on an obligation, and the obligation is to be part of the royals and to represent the royals, and it would be foolish for them not to. This is like one of the greatest long-living institutions ever. They're destroying it. They're cheaping it. They're making it shabby. They're turning it into a Walmart with a crown on it now. It's something that's ridiculous. They shouldn't be doing this. I can't see her reaching out to me, especially now. And in light of what I'm saying now, she probably won't, or Harry for that matter. But here again, I think both of them are turning into lost souls at this point. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't think they know what they're looking for.
So as you've heard in the audio clip, he's calling them lost souls. He's comparing them to the cheapness of Walmart. He's talking about how low they've gone, and it's very appalling to hear him speak this way about his own daughter, as if she has damaged such a long-running institution. It seems to me that he's more concerned about the institution of the royals than he is about the feelings of his daughters. Of his daughter. There are those who want to pretend like there was nothing that Meghan or her husband should be upset about with all of the racism that has been hurled at them. They've said that Harry has turned into this angry man when it was pointed out that he already had some issues before he even met Meghan. But after the fact, basically, they said that he's become more angry since her. But when faced with the reasons why, someone said, well, he's angry because of the way his wife is being treated, because he loves his wife. And to think that he shouldn't be upset by that is just really, really not fair. But it goes to show you how the mind of a reprobate thinks. His wife is hurt by the just constant insults that she's receiving, being accused for things that she's not guilty of, like she's trying to destroy the royal family. Harry has already expressed his own individualism before he met Meghan. And so after the fact, now that he sees how his people are treating his wife and his son, the little baby looks like a white kid, period. But yet he's being called the N-word. He looks like a white baby, but he's being called the N-word and being compared to a monkey and all of these different things. But one thing I wanted to say is this is all very childish. When you look at the people who are doing these things, and even those who are denying what the whole world sees so clearly, you are seeing the mind of a reprobate in action. And also you are seeing the hypocrisy of these people. I think about how Piers Morgan, even though he was faced with many examples, when he asked for examples of racism, as he sat there and denied that anything racist was happening, he was given example after example, and he still refused to believe that Meghan was being treated any differently than anyone else. Okay? But that is to be expected. But this whole idea that this is all Meghan's fault because she's been called very sensitive. She's very highly sensitive. And so people expect to be able to insult you and demean you, degrade you, and just treat you very poorly. And if you respond with any type of reaction that is not smiling and giggling, if you respond to it in sadness, or you're upset by it, or you feel down about it, then all of a sudden they look at your emotions and they attack the emotions that you are using to respond to their attacks. So this is a lose-lose situation for Meghan Markle, because she's dealing with people whose minds are not right. They cannot connect to reality or the truth. And even when her husband is upset by the fact that people are mistreating his wife and his son, he's being called angry. And so this is all so very laughable to me, and strange and sad at the same time. But what it does is it actually exposes the mind of reprobates. When you look at these types of things happen in the world, it's actually an expose of what is within them. These things that the Bible has prophesied about, that there will be a certain spirit that will be in them. And even though Meghan Markle herself, she is a great deal of her bloodline is European, from her father's side and even some from her mother's side. Okay, but that is not enough because of the one-drop rule that they established. They want to make her out to be like one of the jokes about her was straight out of Compton. Now, nothing about Meghan Markle seems to be straight out of Compton. But that's one of the insults that was hurled at her. And if she responds in a way that they don't like, if she's upset about it, then she's called a whining person. The same thing happened with Michelle Obama. All of the insults that she received and continues to receive, even 3 years after leaving the White House. People say these things, and when Michelle responded and she said, some of this stuff hurts. She actually said that some of it hurts. And so she was accused of whining as well. So it's amazing to me how people who themselves probably couldn't even take some of the heat that others actually go through, these same people will probably crush under the pressure of what some of these people go through. But yet they have the nerve and the gall to call someone else whining and complaining and all of this other stuff, and to say that they are something less than what they are. But we are living in a world where people's minds are warped, twisted, tainted, destroyed, and they feel that their feelings are important, and that if another person expresses any feelings against or towards the hurt that has been inflicted upon them, then they are weak and bitter and all kinds of things. But you can't expect people, you know, in light of what has been prophesied about this world and about the people, you can't expect people to rise and be better, because wickedness and evil are in their hearts. This is why the scripture says the heart is desperately wicked. Now, normally, I don't too much care about stories like this, but I wanted to add to the environment of this world that we're living in, so that those of you who are still not in the know can get a better understanding of how all of this stuff ties in and connects biblically. It all ties in and connects biblically. All of these things that we see happening are no surprise to those of us who are in the know. We understand these spirits that are infiltrating the minds, hearts, bodies, and souls of people. They are acting out through these people. These are spirits that are attaching itself to whole families, whole groups, and whole races of people. You see, these are actually spirits, and it's not just limited to one group. One of these days, I might actually break down the various spirits that are dealing with specific races on a certain level, you know, including black, white, Chinese, and Latino, and all of these. Now, a lot of these groups that I just named are not specifically races of people or groups of people, because if you know history, if you understand history, some of these groups are actually a blend of white and black in some form or another. Or Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and then that which has infiltrated the human bloodline, if you know where I'm coming from with that. That's a whole other subject. But anyway, I just wanted to expound on this story a bit and just show how unrealistic the world is when they are inflicting pain on others. They expect you to grin and bear it. They come at you with every dagger, like they're doing with Meghan Markle, and many of us know what that feels like. They come at you with every dart and dagger, every stab and jab, and when you respond in any way, if you are sad, if you're hurt, if you're bothered, if you're angered, these same jabbers and stabbers say, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Look at her attitude. And look at what she's caused him to do. She's caused him to be so angry and bitter. And even her own father, I'm telling you, for him to throw his daughter under the bus like this and compare her to something cheap from Walmart, and to say that she soulless. Oh my goodness, they have lost their souls or whatever, something like that. He said, I said, these people are just hilarious and sad at the same time. But anyway, that's just another sneak peek into the rottenness that we see in the hearts of people. And it's not limited to one race, like I said. That rottenness that I speak of, that foul spirit, it goes across all racial lines. It comes in black and white, and it is what it is. With that, I will say shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.